Hey Aussie gamers, and to everyone that loves video games and things alike, this is the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. Born and bred within the land of opportunity and slow, overpriced internet. For news, reviews, and video game related fun, keep listening along with your hosts, Lucas and Red. This is episode 171, and today is Tuesday the 9th of May 2017. Welcome to the Aussie Gamers Express video game podcast. I am your host, Lucas, and here with me is my co-host and very good friend, Red.
Bam, bitches! Hey,
man. How are you?
Oh, yeah, good, because my fucking annual leave got fucking verified, or whatever they say, confirmed. You'll give me a couple of weeks off.
Yeah, there's a couple of weeks off after today. Not like this is really much.
Do I get my pay loading?
Leave loading?
Yeah.
No.
Ah, cool.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah,
look,
I've
mate,
just got to make sure I declare, that's all.
in lieu of the leave loading, though, I'm going to double your pay for the next 2 weeks.
Fucking generous vulva.
Yeah. What's 2 times nothing, though?
Whoa! That's lots of love.
I'll give you 100 times. Whatever. It's all for the love. But anyway, before we start, here is this week's show in preview. First up, we'll have video game discussion. That's no surprise. Then we'll do video game news. And in this week's news, we've got Overwatch Bazillions, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is coming to console, and God of War actor hints at release window. Then we will do Remember When, user-created content, then What's That Sound, Red Shout, and Last Words. But we'll also be chucking into video game discussion an interview that we did with the developer for Haste Heist. So that's coming up in the show as well. So, Red, video game discussion.
Oh, wow. What's this week, Luke?
AFL?
AFL Evolution has revolutionised... No, it hasn't really. It's the same fucking football game from 5 years ago.
Yeah.
But it's wicked! I fucking love it, man. Oh, wow.
Nice.
So much hate, so much venom and poison on the internet from the Australians about how bad this game is. And you know what? In the most Australian way possible, get fucked. Look, if you listen to this and you don't like it, yeah, so be it. But as I've stated to a lot of people on my personal social media account and stuff like that, they're going, oh, what do you reckon? What do you reckon? I've got rose-coloured glasses, and I love everything football. You know, I love my team. I love watching on the weekend. I even watch the pre-season games and everything and get jazzed about it. You remember when it first started? I'm like, look, fucking footy started. And you're like, yay. Isn't that like where they throw the ball backwards and try and score tries? I'm like, close. But I love it. I've been hanging out for it for a very, very long time. I did have it on the PS3. Still have it on the PS3, but the PS3 is so hard to go back to. I know how spoiled we are. And with so much to play and everything like that, but a new iteration, new servers to play online games, new game modes, still the same shit commentary. You know, the controls are still really kind of dated, but they work. There's new game modes where, if people are familiar, like with the NBA 2K series, you can be the one player as opposed to the whole team.
Yeah.
And do match objectives and get stats and everything like that. Well, the same in Aussie rules. I've been through, only yesterday did I start my second one, because I didn't realise that you could actually start in under 18s. You could play junior football. Right. So I played a junior season yesterday, finished the grand final, and then got drafted to an AFL club, you know, so fucking wicked boyhood dream coming true virtually, you know. It's Oh, look, I don't know what else to say. It's brilliant. There's in that like that where you be the singular person. That's called be a pro. So
Yep.
the three game modes there, you can be the rookie like I am and create your own player and go through the under 18s and the preseason and get drafted into the football. You can actually be the coach where you can control everything off the field, or you can just start a new career with someone that's already in the game. So your favourite player, you can just go, right, I want to be him and play with him. So there's three game modes there within the one sort of umbrella game mode of be a pro. Then you've got like season mode where you can do the AFL Women's Association, you can do the AFL, you can do VFL, you can do under 18, so you can just do like a singular season with your favourite team. There's exhibition and there's multiplayer. So there's lots to do under the banner of just the one game, if you know what I mean. So, big tip is learn how to mark.
And that's when you catch the ball from a kick more than 10 metres away?
15. Fucking
oh, it's 15,
spot
is it?
on. Yeah, yes. Not that the game matters. You can do it 3 metres away. There's so many rules in the game that are too harshly policed, and then there's rules that just don't exist.
Yeah, right. Well, see,
it's got to be fixed.
What I would like to know, like, I mean, you gave us a little bit there with saying that the controls are a bit dicky and all that, but what I'd like to know is play devil's advocate, right? Let's just say that you are a harsh arsehole. And you don't have these so-called rose-coloured glasses. What's wrong with it? What are people complaining about?
What are people complaining about? That it's hard to market. That's a real big one. There's lots of visual glitches. Like, you know, like if you go to kick a goal, someone touches it or it hits a post, it's 1 point instead of being 6.
Yeah.
Well, there's instances, even last night happened to me, hit the post and he still gets a goal, shit like just little bits and pieces of shit like that. The fact that the computer will always mark it, there's no variables to like where the ball comes to the ground and you've got to try and get in there and tackle your way through and get the ball out. That's a lot of stop-start work there. The animations are a bit fucked. When they said they got caught out a little bit, a la No Man's Sky. They said they scanned everybody when I think like the 6 main players from each team have been scanned. If you know what I mean, like in the bloody graphics department. So there's a lot of just created content there that's been created instead of had like the facial scans and everything done. So there's a little bit of marketing there that has gone a bit awry. There's aspects to it which I haven't really looked into much, but I have seen in the past because I'm part of this hub on Facebook. So you see a lot of shit get around, especially beforehand, that isn't evident in the game. I don't know. The fact that you can handball over your head, like through yourself, 30 meters in a direction, in the opposite direction. Yeah, like you handball it through yourself and it goes in the opposite direction for 30 meters.
What is that? If you want it to, or just does it accidentally?
No, you can. You
just
like,
can.
There's a lot of cheese for online. A lot of cheese. Like, you get the really cheesy players. They only pick the one team or the 2 teams that are just upper tier.
Right.
You can take advantage of lag compensation. That's pissing a lot of people off. My biggest gripe is the thing that really, really upsets me, and something I'm going to hang my hat on. I told you a long time ago, I want to be the fucking very best I possibly can be at this game.
Yeah.
I've reached 29th on PlayStation overall on multiplayer rankings.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing is, I jump out and get a really good start. Like, got pretty decent at it pretty quick because it broke street date, so I had 24 hours, well, not 24 hours early, but a day early, if you will, a game day early. Mm-hmm. You get out, jump out of the blocks and score 2 or 3 goals, and the other person rage quits. You don't get a win, you get a loss.
Oh, what?
Yeah, so every second or third game, I'm getting rage quitters. So you kind of got to play bad and then hope you can bring it back really strong at the end.
Okay.
To keep people interested.
Well, why does it count as a loss if they rage quit?
Because it's fucked.
Oh,
it needs to be fixed.
Yeah, that's a bit horrible.
Yeah. There's lots that needs to be fixed, but you know what? It's better that we love FIFA. A lot of people go, oh, but FIFA, oh, but NBA 2K, and oh, but this. They're yearly iterations to a massive market.
Yeah.
Where this is like 6 years since the last one's come out, and they're only selling to Australians. You know, there's no market in America for this game. There's no market in Europe for this game. You know, you might sell a handful of digital copies. Don't get me wrong, people will buy it, but not on the level of your EAs and your 2Ks. So the budget's not there. I think we, as Australians, whinge and bitch about people, local developers shutting their doors and not being able to do anything. Let's fucking support them.
Well, that's right. Like, I mean, the more support you get now, the better the game's going to be in the future. Now, I understand complaining and making noise when it's, you know, Activision and EA and all that sort of stuff. But, like, they can afford to fix whatever their problems are. But if you just shit can a game like this, small developer, small community, then there's a chance that the game won't come back. You may kill
you
it.
won't see another one. Yeah, we're lucky to see this one, I reckon.
Yeah, see, that's the disappointing thing. But
well,
I guess
same goes with cricket. The Don Bradman cricket game, we didn't see one of them for years, and then it made its way back as a port, basically from the PS3 version. And this year we got a brand new Don Bradman that was made for the current generation. So there's a market there for it. They made $300 off me.
Well, that's it. But I think it's a bit disappointing. Some people don't think about their actions. Well, a lot of people are like that on the internet these days, aren't they? Because they don't really have to. There's nobody.
They don't have to. There's no police. There's no. Yeah, someone's going to come along and go, "Oh, you're a salty bastard." Oh, so what? That doesn't hurt me.
Yeah, there's nobody cracking down on anyone carrying on and doing those things. And even if you don't, like, not necessarily cracking down on them and punishing them for having their opinion, but there's very little listening going on the internet. People will just rant and rave, and if somebody has an opposing opinion that they want to put forward, they're like, nah, you're a fuckwit, nah, it's shit, it's crap, blah, blah, blah.
Turn off notifications for this post.
Yeah, and they're just haters.
Yeah, there's very little education. Very little education in the form of taking and giving, so yeah. Fuck them guys.
There you go. Well, you're loving it anyway, so that's the main thing. You wanted to get this game for a long time. You're excited for its release. You're excited for doing well, and you've got all that, which is the main thing. That's good. That's what video games do, man.
Absolutely. Yeah, because it's fair to say this is not your cup of tea?
Nah.
But fuck, it's mine. I live, breathe, and consume football. Especially the weekend, you know, this time of year. I just figured out, though, because all Telstra customers, in case you didn't know, can get a free AFL, postpaid Telstra customers, I should say, on a mobile device, can get a free season pass on their phone to watch all the games of football live on their phone.
Right.
And I figured out, we've got a bloody tablet that's got a postpaid SIM card in it. Not very much, but it's I think it's about $15 a month or something. I get the football on there, so I've now got it twice the size. Sat down on the weekend with watching it on my tablet instead of my phone. I don't know why I didn't have this idea like last year.
Well, I don't know how much you're willing to give it a go, but you could easily download a free mirroring program. So you could be on the same Wi-Fi as your computer, mirror the screen of your tablet to your laptop, and plug your laptop into your telly.
They used to. Every now when you turn on screen mirroring, it shuts the app down.
Oh, not even with a third-party sneaky one.
That's right. Yeah, as soon as you open anything to do with that, yeah, and also you got to run the football off a 4G or a data connection because it's
of course.
It's unmetered.
It has to verify that you're a customer, so you can't do it on Wi-Fi, so then you can't mirror.
Yep.
Ah, you sneaky buggers! I've thought of everything.
I did, like, this is the second year that you get this AFL Live Pass, which is nothing, and the 2 years prior to that, since my Samsung S5, I think, I paid for it. And the first couple of years, I was able to do exactly what you just suggested then. It didn't come through in HD, but I was able to blow it up onto the TV.
Yeah.
But that stopped 2 years ago once they started giving out the live pass. Yeah.
All right. So what you got to do, Red, is you set up your tablet and you set it up somewhere, and then you get a tripod and set up your phone, and your phone's mirrored, but you get the camera on. You put the camera facing at the screen of the iPad, and you mirror from your phone the camera onto your TV screen, and watch it that way.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay, maybe it's not worth that much effort. Just watch it on your tablet.
Might be.
Might be.
Stand by.
Well, talk about a fuck about.
Yeah, well, my favourite team plays this week on a Friday, so that's free to air. So I'm going to sit back in my chair and watch that on the big screen in high definition this week. So I'm very fortunate and lucky.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Cool, man. What else?
Real quickly, what else? Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, yeah, you said last week you were playing that, and you're still going? Still chomping away?
Going, yeah, I actually rage quit last night. I'm like, no, fuck you, and went to bed. Do you remember from there, you used to do, there's like 6 tombs, and you get like you go to, by the end of it, get to a sarcophagus, and you get a plate, and you take it back to your villa. Yeah. Down underneath, you can unlock Altier's costume.
Yes.
This is where the game really shows its age, and I was talking to you yesterday, but the controlling, like the jumping and just how non-intuitive the character is. I'm like sitting here going, there's one way to go to get to that ledge. You know I'm trying to jump over there, so why are you running up the fucking wall? You know, up and down, humping the wall with your feet. Why the fuck? You know I'm trying to go that way. I've made the subtle change of direction in my controls, and you won't move. And what's worse, you'll keep running up and down the wall because you're holding in R2 and X. But then when you're trying to run along beams and like do the hop, skip, and jump across beams, little subtle change in the controls will fucking spit you off the side. Yeah. Wow, I raged the last few days. So these sarcophaguses and tombs and everything have been the untying of the perfect remaster, because it's a perfect remaster in every sense. It's called the Ezio Collection. He looks amazing. His clothes, every different outfit you can get for him looks amazing. The different weapons look amazing. The main characters look amazing. Everything else looks like shit, but that's okay. It's the Ezio Collection, you know what I mean? He looks really, really good. When you sync your viewpoints and everything, it looks amazing. When you do the Apple of Eden, the pieces, Subject 16 pieces and stuff like that, and the flare effect and everything, looks amazing. So it's a really, really good remaster. Don't get me wrong, but the controls hurt it badly. Badly.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I haven't played it.
Just to touch on the Facebook page, that was one of your things about going back, playing old school games the other day. There was a post up about the Commodore 64 and
yeah, that's right. Yeah, I mean, I played all of the Assassin's Creed games when they were new, and you know I dealt with the issues. You know, since then
we knew no better.
Well, that's right, and since then they've integrated controlling, which is a lot better. With what they do is like you said, Red. It's obvious that's where you need to go. That's where you are up on the ledge. The game knows that's where you're trying to go because that's the right way and you're on the right path. In today's games, there's tiny little assists in the controls which will funnel your character towards the right way if you're in the roundabout. If you're pressing it in the right direction, like you're not pressing completely, like you're not pressing left backwards when you need to go straight. You know, if you're pressing straight and slightly to the left, it's going to make you go straight. There's kind of tiny little assists like that just make a game a little bit more tolerable that weren't around back then. So, but in saying that, back then, because everything was like that, you played differently. But going exactly. Back
and I do that. Like I can parkour around Assassin's Creed 2 style perfectly, climbing buildings, everything like that. All you have to do is take your finger on and off the right trigger or R2 button in order to stop yourself from flying off in certain directions. So, but you need it to make certain distances. So that's just feathering that and getting that right. So I can parkour my way around the town and everything, up and down the walls, and quite nicely and smoothly. But it's these things that require to the ninth degree of perfection. You know, it doesn't expect you can't do it in 45-degree increments. There's not up and right or diagonal. You know, you got to jump 37 degrees to the right to reach this point, and it feels so flawed. And I nearly twisted my controller last night. I'm like, no, I'm going to bed. You know, because I had enough bullshit last night with my internet fucking playing shenanigans with me, like it is again this morning. So I just wasn't in the mood for it. But I will say I've done 7 of the 14 memories. I've collected all the sarcophaguses that I just talked about that annoy the absolute shit out of me. So I'm working my way through. I've fully upgraded my villa. Yeah, I think this might be a platinum run, because the last time I played this, I was only like 3 trophies off platinum on the PS3. So, yeah, that's what I'm going to do.
Nice. Cool, man.
2 others, NBA 2K17. Not too much to say about that. Same old, except for the fact today. Oh, wow. Last night, I seen on Facebook there's a pre-order, America only, a pre-order for NBA 2K18. It's got, you know, Shaq, obviously. Yeah, we talked basketball cards a few weeks ago. If you
Absolutely.
Yeah, so it's a Legends edition, but you can get a pair of shoes, you can get a jersey, you can get actual trading cards. You're looking probably about a $450 edition American.
Jesus.
Just looking at it was fucking sick. I'll get the $67 Target edition. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that, lots and lots. But, yeah, nothing new to report on NBA 2K17, just churning out. I love my sports games, so what more can you say? Last but not least, I have updated, installed, and had to restart because I have no PS Plus, so I have no save file because I've done the hard drive on my PlayStation. But it is not an issue because it's the first time I play it in 4K, and I think it looks absolutely fucking brilliant, is Ratchet and Clank.
Oh, yes. I haven't played that in a while. I never finished it either.
No, I haven't played it in a fucking long time either, so looks good.
Yeah, it's always been a pretty game, eh?
Yeah, fuck yeah, it looks good. So that's on the agenda. I don't know. You obviously get it every now and again because you've registered a few, but I've just got like the platinum bug again.
Yeah.
You know, we just like to put a couple up on the scoreboard, you know, and go, yeah, right, well, that just validates why I spend so much time playing fucking video games. Here's my resume, if you will.
Yeah, look, I've got a couple of platinums that are just so close to being done, but I just never really find the time to go back to them. I've still got Diablo on the run, Diablo 3.
Yeah.
I've got Horizon that I haven't done yet. I've got Wildlands, Ghost Recon Wildlands on the run too that I haven't done yet. It's just too many games to play.
Yeah, I know, right? I tried the drinking game on Watch Dogs 1 this week, and that can still suck a fat one because I don't have a save file again. If I had the save file, I'd have like 4 rounds of the last thing to do. Instead, I've got to do it all again.
Yeah.
So, it's doing my face in, mate. It does my head. It might be worth the $10 to get PS Plus this month just to fucking get my save files.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, that's right. I'm fucking playing lots of single player games, eh? Which was probably an aspect of my gaming that was missing for a long, long time. And I will tell you one thing: tonight will be starting Mass Effect Andromeda.
Yes, nice.
Yeah. So,
yeah.
That's about it, man. Other than my Dokkan battle, that doesn't change. I just still spend an hour or so a day on that.
I still can't download it.
Oh wow, that sucks so bad for you. And I know how much you're hanging out to play a good Dragon Ball Z game. I'm sorry.
Man. I've been waiting for ages to play this game, man. Hang on, I'm going to try it. I'm going to try it again. I tried it last week on the podcast. Let me try again. Here's this bozo, I think I called him. Up to 56 megabytes. It's gone down. Download failed.
There's another update last night, in-game update. Have you deleted and reinstalled?
I've done that, yeah, a couple of times.
Yeah.
It's just no good. Tried it on my iPad as well as my phone. It's just broken on iPhone, on iOS. It's
allergic to Apple.
Yeah, I can't get it working at all, so that sucks. Anyway, all right, well, is that everything for you?
It is for me, mate. I know that's a little boring, but I bring you football.
Yeah, people love the football. That's the thing. That's good with diversity because I've got some very different games to tell you about.
Yip, yip.
First on the list, I'm going to talk about the big one, big release for the week, and that is Prey.
Oh, yes.
Bethesda release, right?
Correct.
Now, with Prey, I played the demo that was available, and I thought, okay, this looks all right before it was released. Well, it looks good. It looks quite nice. There's some really cool effects that are in there early on as well. I never really had anything to do with the original Prey. I think this one, from what I understand, it's kind of like a like a reboot. I think they're starting afresh for the new generation.
Yeah.
But basically, what it is, it's a first person, kind of shooter game where you're up against aliens, and these aliens are called mimics. And I think this is like it's like a creator of jump scares wet dream, because you can essentially put a jump scare wherever you want, because these mimic aliens can shapeshift, and they can shapeshift into anything. They can turn into a drinking mug, they can turn into a table, a chair, a fridge, anything, a table, like a desk, a computer screen. So these mimics, you could be walking through an area and there could be aliens surrounding you. You wouldn't have a clue until they jump out and shapeshift and start attacking you. And they're creepy looking little black sludge creatures, which is they look pretty cool. And they might start off small. I'm not sure exactly how it is that they do this, but they can turn, like one little one on the ground that kind of looked like a big spider stood up and sort of grew into like a human-sized thing, and I'm like, whoa! And it can easily jump scare the shit out of you. But one thing that I haven't played a lot of it. I will admit, I was supposed to play it a lot more last night. I was going to do a live stream, but I had the biggest cranking headache that lasted all afternoon that I just couldn't get rid of, and the only medication we had in the house was the type that would knock you out.
Yeah.
So I took that and it worked and I felt good, but then it wasn't too long after that I started getting pretty drowsy at about 9 o'clock. So I had an early night and didn't get to play it too much. But what I have played of it, it feels, and this is early on in the game, it felt kind of bland, like the gameplay sides of things. It was, I don't know, and the combat felt a little bit sort of disconnected. It doesn't feel like an awesome game, but like I said, that's early on. I haven't played a lot as yet, but I just don't know where I'm at with Prey as yet. It feels like every other Bethesda game that comes out. It feels like it's a alien sort of horror version of Skyrim. I don't know. Do you have any questions about it? I don't really know what else to say.
I've talked to Weeksy. He's got it.
Yeah.
And he said he keeps sending me through, trying to validate. I go because I missed the boat on this on Prey and then Andromeda. Not the boat as in per se, like I'm going to play it later on, but I didn't get the hype hit, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, me neither.
I was hyped for AFL.
Yeah, but see, I didn't get it either.
So he sent me shit yesterday. He bought it because he got it from JB Hi-Fi for about $70, and it come with a coffee mug. He goes, I bought it for the mug, Red. And I went, fucking, I'll sell you one of my mugs for $70, you fucking stooge. Yeah. And then he's sending me through stuff that's like he watches a couple of big streamers and stuff like that, and they're toting it as Game of the Year.
Oh wow!
Yeah, he put it down to, you said like Skyrim. He puts it down to being like BioShock.
Yes, yeah, that's a good. That is a really good juxtaposition. Something to compare it to. It does feel very BioShock.
So obviously fans of that, because he said to me the other, have you got Bioshock on PlayStation? I went, yeah, and he goes, I've played it on the Xbox, but I want the trophies, right? I said, yeah, no worries, come and grab it, sort of thing. So I'm guessing for those that enjoy that genre, Dishonored, another Bethesda game, as you say, another first-person melee combat heavy game. A lot of people love those games, so that's probably why it is getting touted to being so good. Like, I've seen streams, I've not played it, I haven't even played that demo. Like, even with my internet, turn around going, I want to try that demo out, and it says the first hour, but I've got to download something over a 6-hour period. I'm not going to do that. So that wasn't appealing to me either. So nothing of this game has jumped out at me and gone, fucking Red, you need to check me out, other than the fact it's Bethesda. But I've got other Bethesda games that I haven't finished, i.e. Fallout and Skyrim. I haven't finished in this generation, I should say, about Skyrim. But yeah, so nothing's jumped out at me, but Weeks has gone, because he went in soft on Andromeda, where you fucking went in heavy because you loved it, you loved the sci-fi. He went in going, it's a AAA game, I'll get it, I'll try it out, and fucking loved it. And now he's doing the same with Prey. So,
yeah.
As far as I'm concerned with my tastes, a cross between you, him, and Pat, we've all got similar tastes in certain areas and then strong tastes outside those certain areas. So for Weeksy to say what he's saying, for you to say what you say, but you've acknowledged that you've done fuck all.
Yeah, that's right. I'm not saying it's no good, but I'm just saying the first sort of like hour, like, it intrigued me, but it hasn't blown me away. So look, I'm not saying it's a bad game, because I'm in no position to say that whatsoever.
I quietly think that you'll come back next podcast and say, I was wrong.
I think you're right. I absolutely think you're right. All I'm saying is that's where I'm at right now. I'm not itching to get back to it. But in saying that, I will. But yeah, I just don't know. I haven't got that feel yet. But,
yeah, no, cool. So look, I only know what I've seen via streams, messages, and updates from Zach. So yeah. I don't know. I'll check it out. He lives around the corner, so I'll get it off him when he's done. So, because we're taking a couple of weeks off, so there's a good chance I might even be able to try it in the meantime, and we'll be able to talk about it a little bit more in depth on 172.
Yeah, when we come back. Awesome. All right. Next one up was last night, just before I hit the hay. I jumped onto Discord with Reprimere and met a mate of his, Griffin. And mind you, this Griffin bloke, I don't know if he's going to listen to this podcast, but really cool guy, easy to, like, never met him before. He jumped into our game and we got along really well. He's good bloke. So we played Alien Swarm Reactive Drop. Now, I don't know what it is about me, but I've got a knack for finding free-to-play games on Steam that are actually pretty damn good. So Alien Swarm Reactive Drop, what's funny?
It's got nothing to do with you being a fucking tight ass at all.
Absolutely not. I'm not a tight ass.
It's a 6 cents for good games. They just don't happen to cost anything.
Well, the reason why I hunt down the free-to-play games is because when I'm on PC, if I want to play a game with someone...
no excuse.
Well, that's it. I can say, guys, come and play this. It's free. Like, I don't have to talk anyone into spending money, which is cool. So, and it's only like 1.5 gigs, so I downloaded it before I clicked it to download. And then,
you went confirm download, installed.
Yeah, so, and Jason downloaded it relatively quick, and Griffin already had it downloaded. So we played it. Now, what it is, it's a top-down twin-stick shooter kind of game, although I played with the keyboard and mouse because the controller didn't work for whatever reason. The controller worked in the menu, but not in the game, which is a little bit strange. But, so twin-stick, top-down shooter, class-based, so you've got medics, you've got like a soldier, you've got a tech guy, and all that sort of stuff. Now, and you are running around in this facility, and there are aliens that come out and want to kill you. And basically, the story is simple to it. You know, you on this. I don't even know if it's a ship or a planet or whatever, but. And you get from A to B, so you've got to get through the buildings, and you can select your loadout. So depending on what weapon you take and what support you take, can really determine whether or not you're going to make it through the levels. So you can, one person can take, well, more than one person can take it, but it's only really necessary to have one person with a welder. And what you can do is after you go through a door, you can weld it shut. Because if you don't if you don't weld it shut, because it's a proximity thing, the aliens can open the doors and walk through. So
that's a pretty cool mechanic.
It is. It's pretty cool. So after you go through a door, weld it shut, and then the aliens can't open the door. It doesn't stop them though, because they can eventually break the door, but it holds them back for a while. It gives you time to move on, right? So you only got them coming from the front and the sides, I guess. And it's a reasonably linear path generally, but there are some places you can fork off that'll do like sort of loops and all that sort of stuff. And you can have, like if you run out of ammo, if somebody's taken an ammo kit, they might have a set of 5 ammo kits that they can put down, which has a finite amount that you can take from it of different clips. So you're like, dude, I'm out of ammo. Can you put down some ammo? They put down some ammo, which is kind of akin to, what's that, that one where you can shoot each other? Oh, help me out, Red. You're the brains here.
Fuck. Yeah, that one we used to do combinations on your control.
The Starship Troopers game. We're talking about
That's the one. Yeah.
Well, the name will come to us eventually, but it's kind of like that.
I'm on my way to getting it now.
Awesome. And it's a little bit like that, but there is also friendly fire as well, so you've got to be careful. And what we found is that when we were going down corridors, we would stand in a line, and we would progress forward in a line, so that way we wouldn't shoot each other. And it worked quite well. But then you've got to be really careful with the grenades you put down, because they can take out your friends and all that. You can put down health kits, and you can all heal from it. And we played it for a while, and I couldn't really work out what made it free to play. Like there didn't really seem to be any incentive to pay for anything. We were just playing it and having a good time. You connected to each other really well, played well. Didn't seem like there was, you could probably unlock weapons or something like that maybe with microtransactions, but a real good free to play game. The graphics were nice, the gameplay was good. There were sections where we needed to put down turrets, but we worked out that you actually have to take time building the turret. It's not just putting it down. So
yeah,
what you want to do is you have to put it down. You got to preempt when you need it, and then it's only got a certain amount of bullets. But the thing is, you can take it down halfway through to conserve it and all that sort of stuff, which is really cool. But one of the really neat things that I found at the end of the game is when you finish a level or everyone dies and you fail, there's the statistics that this game gives you of your gameplay is amazing. I have never seen statistics like this in a game that would actually assist you on getting better in the next playthrough. So what it'll do, you're dead or you finished a level, it'll show the map and it'll play through. Instead of like, you don't watch like a replay, it's that on the map there's just dots that represent you and your teammates, and it'll move exactly where you guys walk. So it's like a replay, but from a map point of view of where you walked, right?
Yeah.
Through the map. And then there's also a graph that shows you, and you can switch the graph to kills, and it'll show you how many kills that you got, where you got them, right? And then it'll also show you your health. So at what point in the map your health dropped. So you can pick, right, okay, this is the area where we lost the most amount of health because we got swarmed there. Let's make a point of taking different gear with us and making sure we hold back on using our health packs until this area, because that's hard there. And you can circle around on the map using a drawing tool, so and the others can see your circle, what you're drawing. So if you're wondering, yes, we did draw dick and balls.
The game you're thinking of was called Helldivers.
Helldivers, that's right. Yes, it's very much like that. So, but then you can also flick another thing that'll show you when you've shot a teammate, right? So friendly fire, and it'll also show, so you can see where you were and when you maxed out on shooting your friends, and then you think, okay, well, I'm shooting my friends in this area. I'll be a little bit more careful in there because it's a confined space. Blah blah blah. You can really diagnose what went wrong all what went right.
Nice.
It is absolutely amazing. And then you can just hover over the graph and like you think, oh, what happened there? Because my health dipped really low there. So you hover over it and it'll put your characters where you were. I lost a lot of health there because I was on my own. The other two guys were up here. We need to keep together, blah, blah, blah. It's so good. Really, I want that feature on more games because like I said, man, I've never seen statistics in a game that actually did assist you with getting better the next time round. It was so good. Really, really recommend it. That's Alien Swarm Reactive Drop, free to play on Steam. So, cool game. So we got through a couple of levels of that, but then I was starting to do the nod, so I had to pull the pin and go to bed. That was only about 9 o'clock. I went to bed at 9 o'clock last night. That's an early night for me.
The old man headbang.
Yeah, that's right. That's it. In doorways.
Yeah. Oh. Wow. Remember when? No, I was asleep.
Yeah, that's right. Next up, I'm going to talk about Paladins again.
Yes.
Now, I played Paladins last week, just before the podcast, just for a little bit, and I liked it. I've played it a lot since then, and I've earned a lot of coin and unlocked a couple of characters, and I'm loving it. It is a really good game. You got the giggles? What are you laughing at?
Oh, I'm playing Assassin's Creed, and you're playing competitive shooters.
Yeah, and without kidding you, I played most of the time with Repremier. I also played with Roy and Snoogans one night as well, and Repremier. So there was the four of us. And mate, more often than not, we won, and I was top of the food chain.
Fuck yeah! What character do you use?
I predominantly use. She's an assault character, like a damage character. Mm-hmm. Me to be in the tank. I can't even remember her name actually. I don't know. I usually pick her. She's really cool. And Repremier will go Fernando, and he'll put up a shield and do really good defense work for us, so we can just get behind his shield and take out the enemies. But man, I dominate in that game. I love it, and that's why I love it, because I can actually play. And I found a really good time out of that game for free, which is good. Now, I was talking to Jason about it, and I was trying to work out what the go was here. Now, like, I really enjoy Paladins, but the thing is, and the sad thing for Paladins is, it's really only... I feel like it's an entree game. It's something that I think that if you enjoy Paladins as much as I do...
You should get Overwatch.
You should get Overwatch, yeah, because obviously Overwatch is better and more popular.
But all the sweaties are over at Overwatch, so you can have fun with Paladins.
Well, that could be true there, but look, Paladins is a really good game. Now, I started watching a little bit of live streaming of Overwatch last night. I got to tell you first, when I was watching, I was using, what's it called? Is it not Bing? What's it called? I'll tell you in a sec. Beam.
Oh, Beam. Yeah,
Beam. It's the Xbox thing. I started watching Overwatch on Beam last night, and there was a guy, and he had no viewers. So I thought, I'll watch this guy, and I'll chat with him. And
you can interact, yeah.
Yeah, and I was talking to him, and he's like, I was about to stop playing, but you're here now. I'll play a few more games. And I was chatting to him for a bit, and I'm like, yeah, I'm looking at getting Overwatch. I've been enjoying Paladins and blah blah blah, and he was just the biggest dickhead ever. I'm like, what? Like, I'm your only person watching you, and I've just said hi, and I'm having a conversation with you, and you're gonna smash me? Like, he was going, Paladins is shit. It's a fucking shit game. It's a rip-off of Smite, and it's rubbish, and blah blah blah. I'm like, yeah, I like it, man, and I don't really like Smite, but anyway, I'm looking at getting Overwatch, and I said, are you playing on Xbox? And he's like, yeah, I'm playing on Xbox One S or something, he said. I said, yeah, I'm probably looking at either getting it on PC or the PlayStation 4 Pro. Whoa, that was apparently my big mistake. He fucking tore strips off me.
Yeah, see you later.
He goes, I don't know what to say to you, man. Fucking you said PlayStation Pro? Fuck that, man. Sony are fucking shit. The PlayStation is fucking shit. I paid $450 and bought a PlayStation, and it broke, and fuck them, man. It's all a piece of shit. The fucking blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, catch you, man. And it just... Yeah. I was his only viewer, and he treated me like that. What a douchebag.
Absolutely.
Yeah, anyway, he was...
I used to be the biggest fanboy, and I can still give you fanboy stats at why the PlayStation's better, but I won't.
But that was another thing. He's going, the PlayStation 4 games are shit, and blah, blah, blah.
Wow.
I'm like, that's not even...
They may be, but where's the Xbox games?
Yeah, well, let's just say that the PlayStation games are shit. What games have you got on your Xbox that exist? Do you even have bad games?
You got Halo 5, you got number 4 of fucking Gears of War, and you got Halo Wars 2.
And Forza. But look, I mean...
and Forza, sorry.
I'm not about picking on Xbox, because I love my Xbox. But I prefer the PlayStation. But in saying that, saying that the PlayStation 4's games are shit, that's not even remotely true.
Horizon Zero Dawn, game of the year so far.
But anyway, this guy was being a massive wanker, so I quit there, and I'm like, I'm not going back to Beam. It's just Xboxville, and they're angry. They're angry. But
if I was a fanboy, purebred fanboy of Xbox, I'd be angry too, an angry gamer.
Yeah, probably. But anyway, that was my experience with him. But I am going to get Overwatch. I'm not sure.
Next sale.
The next sale on the PlayStation. See, I can get it for sale price at the moment on PC. I can get it for about $55-$60 Australian. Yeah. But I'm thinking, look, I mean, the only person that I've really got to play it with is Jason Repremy. So I could get it on PC, and I'm guaranteed to be able to play it with him. The only thing is, if you or Snoogans or any of the other guys decide to get it too, I can't play with you guys. But if I get it,
yourself, if we all got it on a special on the PlayStation, and you've got it there sitting there on the PC.
Yeah, I'd be kicking myself. But if I get it on the PlayStation, Repremy will have it too, and then on the off chance that you guys get it, then it'll be good for all of us. So I think
if it's on a good sale price, to grab it, because we played it on the Xbox for free that weekend.
Yeah,
and fucking blitzed it. It's good. It's lots of good fun, and you can see the sex appeal.
Yeah, absolutely. It is really good, and so I think I will. I'll hold off. I had a look at the statistics using the PlayStation 4. What's it called, that app? I'll tell you in a second. It's just PlayStation Deals, the app on the iPhone that I've got.
Yeah.
And
you just set a marker.
Yeah, I've set a marker, but I actually looked at the statistics and the trends on when it goes on sale. And it goes on sale roughly once every 2 months. It's
about to be 12 months old, so
it is.
I can tell you that from my news.
There you go. But it's due, if you go by the trends, to be on sale by at least next month.
Yep. Yeah, okay, I can see that happening.
Okay, and I'll quickly look it up now. Oh, I forgot now to use this bloody app. How do I search? Fail. There we go. If I bring it up here, I'll tell you what the prices have been for anyone that's also interested. Overwatch, just bring up the games, no DLC, thank you. See, it's currently $99.95. I don't really want to buy it for $99.95 because it's been out for nearly 12 months, as you say. But the lowest price it's been is $54.95. If it comes back down to $54.95, I'm going to buy it.
Yep.
There's no question about that. I'll get that for that price. After that, it went back to full price and then came down to $67.95 in January this year. And then
it's worth that as well, though.
Yeah, yep. And then it's gone back up to full price, and then in April it went to $64.95. Then it's back at full price again. So it should, with that trend, be on at least June, if not early July again, or whenever this may be 12 months, they might celebrate something. But hopefully we come back down to $54.95, and I'll buy it 100% there.
Fucking Paladins shooting themselves in the feet, making it free to play, making people just want to play Overwatch.
I know. That's the bad thing about it. But Paladins is great. If you don't want to buy Overwatch, but you want an Overwatch experience, Paladins is exactly the game you should be playing. It is brilliant. There are a couple of bugs where when you start off, or when you start a round, or when you get off your horse, you automatically fire, and it'll just be like you're holding the trigger down. But all you do is you press the trigger and release, and it stops, and you've got unlimited ammo anyway. So that's the only real glitch that I've noticed or issue with it. But other than that, really enjoying it. We had a good time. You can win, you can lose, but I enjoy it. So it's a perfect free Overwatch. And I was actually talking the other night when we were playing it. How does this work? Because it is a carbon copy. It is almost exactly the same game. But apparently Paladins was in development before Overwatch.
Yeah.
Because it was on PC and all that sort of stuff. Before Overwatch came out, Paladins was out first. And it makes me think, you know how like there might be songwriters that write songs and sell it to the artists?
Yeah.
And they sing it. What I'm thinking, do people sell the rights to a game design?
Idea, yeah.
Yeah. And is that how we get games that are so bloody similar that come out at the same time? Is that because these companies like Blizzard or whoever are buying the rights, but they might have multiple sales of this with slight changes to it, but similar game? Because how else does that happen?
Yeah, I know. But normally other companies would probably kick up a stink, but I've got a couple of facts there for you a bit later why I don't reckon Activision Blizzard are too concerned about a clone.
Yeah, I would imagine not. But anyway, that's Paladins. It's a good game, and it's a good entry into Overwatch. Now, moving on to Abuse, Red. We talked about DOS Games Archive last week.
Yes.
I went and downloaded Abuse, the 1995 side-scrolling shooter where you play as a character that looks a lot like the Predator but isn't Predator, and you fight enemies that look like aliens from Aliens but isn't aliens.
Not xenomorphs.
No, that's right. But look, this game has stood the test of time. The controls are fantastic. The game is great. It's just really... I was playing it on a really small screen because it's probably 640 by 480 graphics. But
for resolution purposes.
yeah, that's right. But it plays really well, and it's great. I downloaded the shareware version of it and played it on my PC just using keyboard and mouse, which is cool. That's a great little platformer game where you can use the mouse to aim and use the keyboard to run around and jump. And it's mapped it's mapped old school. Do you remember back in the day on computers where everything was mapped using the up, down, left, right keys, not WAS and D? Well, it's mapped like that, which really assists me being left-handed because my right hand is naturally across further to the right where the up, down, left, right keys are. So it's easy to play.
Yeah.
And you don't have to press any other keys to jump. It's up to jump.
Yeah. Yeah, old school, man. Old school.
Yeah.
This WSAD, being a primarily console user, and you don't need to take anything into account. You know who I am, but people listening, I never hit the WSAD train. You know, it was always those shareware games and Duke Nukem platformers and stuff like that. It was always the arrows.
Yeah, the arrow keys.
Arrows.
Spacebar to open the doors and stuff like that.
You know, if you wanted to go real psychedelic, you'd use the arrows on the number pad.
Oh, no thanks. No thanks.
You know, the 2486.
Yeah, I could never do that. That threw me off. It was the up, down, left, right keys for me, which works for me.
Because you're talking Overwatch and you're talking CS:GO and you're talking like Division, everything. There's so many different inputs that are so there with a control in your hand. I'm lost. Like I can put my hand on WSAD and I know where the Q and the R is for reload. That's about it. But you got people using shift with the little fucking with your little finger, your pinky, and spacebar with your thumb and the number pad. Nah, fuck that. No wonder mice come out with fucking 18 buttons on them.
Yeah, and I'm doing it backwards.
Oh, fuck that, man.
Yeah. That's it. I challenge anyone who's a keyboard warrior to switch it around. Play it left-handed. Put your right hand on WASD.
Or just play it upside down, like you do when we're at like an EB Expo.
Yeah,
Oh, try out this new keyboard, Aussie Gamers Express. No worries. Spacebar goes at the bottom. Fucking hold my beer. You played Bioshock upside down and nailed it.
I don't know about nailed it, but I managed.
You got headshots.
Yeah, well, can fluke. Righto. So that was abuse. That's available. I'm still toting that website here, www.dosgamesarchive.com. Go and check it out if you want to check out some old school stuff for free.
That's sick, isn't it?
Yeah, awesome, real cool. Now that one, abuse, I didn't have to use DOSBox. That was actually upgraded to be an executable Windows file, which is really cool.
Yeah, a lot of them are.
Yeah, so it all explains it on the website. Now, last but not least, I played Haste Heist, which is the sneaking, steely, thiefy kind of game there, which is an indie game being developed by a small crew of around 10 or 11 guys and maybe girls, I don't know, in Finland. They're students. They're currently doing a course, and in due course, they're making this game called Haste Heist, which you can have a look at some of my live streams, which are on Facebook, and the game will be available, a demo available if you want it. Just send us a message to our inbox and let us know if you want to give Haste Heist a go, because they want as many people to play it and tell them what issues, feedback, good or bad. He wants to hear about it. It's because they're in the final stages of development. And that'll, whatever your opinions are of it, they may integrate into its final release, which is really cool. So that's available. Let us know. I actually, last week, after the podcast, I did an interview with Anton. He's one of the developers doing some work on it. And we'll have a listen to that now. It goes for just a tad over 10 minutes. So here is my interview with Anton.
I'm not really an expert. I'm a student, but I have been releasing games for about 7 months now, and this game is, the team size is one of the biggest I worked in right now. It's 12 people and taking it really, really seriously. I've started out doing this game as part of an exchange for my minors. Currently doing my degree in the Netherlands in a University of Applied Sciences, and for my third year I needed to do a minors elective, which is pretty much you do some sort of minors course which is outside your area of study, and I decided to do an exchange. So I chose to go to Finland because my tutors recommended me this place that is has a thing called Game Lab, which is pretty much a course where you start out with like 60 or 70 people. Everyone has a week to make up a concept. Then after that 1 week, you together with another person, you have to pitch, you have to present it, and like half the teams get knocked out in a Dragon's Den format.
Yeah. Look, I mean, it sounds like there's a massive side to video game development that a lot of people that are on the other side of the fence that just play the games, I guess, would take for granted. It sounds like there's a lot involved, and it sounds like a lot of blood, sweat, and tears. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, for sure. And just as with any kind of creative projects, they always say, kill your darlings, don't get too attached to a concept, because if you just gotta learn to fail fast, because there's certain times where you start out a project and like the first 2 weeks of prototyping, you think, oh, this is gonna be amazing. We're gonna have all these 10 different features, and there'll be limousines and blackjack and hookers, and all this will be amazing. And then you realize what's feasible, what's not in a certain amount of time.
But you're specifically working on an
entertainment game.
An entertainment game, that's right, yep. Which is called Haste Heist, and that's a side-scrolling puzzle adventure game. Is that right?
Yeah, it's a side-scrolling kind of stealth-based game.
Yep.
So it focuses on two main mechanics, which are sound and light. So you play as a little thief, has to go for each level and has to steal your way to the truth. The plot of the game is that there's a kind of evil mayor who's doing bad things to the town, and you have to uncover some sort of his bad evil secret, which will culminate in a kind of a final level. I don't want to give away too much because the game is still in its kind of later development stages. We have put it out on Greenlight to see just how people would react to it. We put it out about 2 days ago, and I think we have around 700 yes votes right now. I believe we got to get around like 2,500 more within a week if we want to get greenlit by the end.
I can guarantee you've got an extra 1 vote today.
Thank you very much. It's very, very kind of you.
You're welcome. But look, we'll be spreading the word. Any of our listeners, if you're listening, if you like the sounds of Haste Heist, go and have a look at it on Facebook and on Steam Greenlight. Give it a thumbs up.
Thank you very much. We tried very, very hard to keep it away from, the traditional kind of nerd dream of flashing lights, gore, big guns, and just running around, shoot 'em up. Literally, what's very, very interesting on the first week of this study, half of the games wanted to do a Castlevania Metroid style game.
Yeah,
and kind of everyone's really inspired by that, but. And with Haste Heist, you can always choose to bounce between kind of the sneaking and just running through and attracting attention and breaking stuff and making noise. And it's kind of like this. I really enjoy gameplay which has more than one solution, and that's what I find Haste Heist is very interesting. You could most things in your environment you can interact with, like you can grab a chair and you can drop it on top of a guard, you can stun him for 5 seconds, or you can use the same chair to barricade a door, which then a guard who would hear you and would try to inspect the source of the noise would just be blocked over, and we'll have to spend some time breaking it down, giving you more time to hide or to run away somewhere.
Yeah, well, I mean, I've had a quick go of it myself, and I did find that there are a couple of different ways in which that you can achieve your objectives, because there was in one point where I played through one of the early levels and completed it and replayed it, and that's when I realised about the chairs and all that sort of stuff, and I moved things around and managed to achieve the same goal, but did it in a different way, which is really cool. Is that something that's unique throughout all of the levels, or just a few levels will be like that?
It's interesting that you pointed it out. We try to have this kind of freedom and having more complex levels where you can have obviously more than one way to complete the levels in an interesting way. But we didn't want to make all the levels in the game really complicated and hard, because we felt that might kind of deter some of the gamers, because just because you and I see that there's non-linear methods of progression in the game doesn't mean somebody else would. If there's like a hard level where there's many different ways to progress, or maybe there's one which is a bit more kind of sadistic in the way it treats a player, that there should be kind of an easier one following that to help kind of relax the player, give them confidence. So something like they can complete it and gain a newfound confidence in order to tackle the next one, because we don't want to be just Dark Souls all over again. Like you run. Shit, there's two or three cops running at me. I have no chairs. I got no donuts. I got nothing to stop them with. But yeah, it's also one of the interesting mechanics. I don't know if you've seen it or not, but you can actually knock out a fight guard. If you can grab a donut and then put it in range of his vision, he will fixate towards it and then spend 10 seconds pretty much stunned eating it. So
that's awesome. That's really good. But that's another good point to mention as well, that not only are the specific mechanics about what you can do in the game, but it's also important to keep in mind the player's psyche, the way that they're looking at the game, to absolutely continually punish them with hard levels and progressively getting harder and harder could, like you said, deter people. But in putting those a little bit more forgiving levels through there, it can rejuvenate that confidence in the player and possibly even make them do better in a harder level. That's a good way to think of it. That's well done.
Well, we can't just assume that every player is the same as a 24-year-old programmer who likes these type of games, who knows how to play them. It's just we want to make the game as approachable as possible for everyone else. And the way that the game is made, we can't just scale down the movement speed or the fixation speed of the AI, because that might in situations just ruin the game. So what we do is we just make certain levels a bit more approachable, as you said, to give players a certain breathing space.
So have you considered console releases? PlayStation, Xbox, Switch?
Of course, we have considered it. We also had developing a mobile version of the game, which kind of it's works completely different. For a while, we tried to make the mobile game as similar to the PC game as possible, but unfortunately that's just not possible given the amount of controls. And even though the game is quite simple, it's still quite complex for tapping. So actually we kind of remade the game to make the movement automated, and you just could interact with different objects if you just tap whilst you're next to them. So but this is more of a kind of a side project. We have also looked into making console version of the game, because the game works perfectly with kind of right now with Xbox controllers. In fact, it feels more natural to play the game with controllers than it does with keyboard controls. But we of course have considered it, but it's just right now we're focusing on the PC release, on developing the PC versions as much as possible. We would rather focus on making one good product now than making two mediocre ones. So I think once we get the PC version ready, maybe then we can work on porting it to console.
So do you have an idea, either a release window or release date yet?
Originally we actually wanted to release our game around December, so the fourth quarter. But however, right now we aim to release our game around June, July. So when our study ends. So based on responses from Greenlight and based on kind of how successful I am at this Nordic Game Conference, I want to see if I can get some kind of guidance, maybe some attention for publishers. Maybe we can release it earlier.
Sounds like things are going well for you. That's good. We wish you the very best, and we'll give you as much support as we possibly can. So over the next few months, when you guys are finishing up development, keep us up to date. Feel free to send us an email, let us know, send us some screenshots, some updates, and we'll let all of our listeners and viewers know, and get as many people over to support Haste Heist.
First of all, thank you very much for agreeing to talk with me. It was really wonderful to talk with you.
Oh, absolutely.
And
no problem.
well, if your listeners or followers would also like to try out the game, I am very happy to supply a demo link. We're very much looking forward to any feedback, be it as brutally honest as possible or as nice as you want. We're looking for any sort of feedback. So wonderful.
All right. Well, I'll make sure everybody is well aware that on how to get a copy of it if they want to give it a try and test it out. And we'll see if we can help you best we can. So, Anton, thank you very much. And as I said before, just to reiterate, wishing you the very best of luck through the last few months of development with Haste Heist. And we hope to hear from you again in the future. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Lucas. Enjoy the cooling off period.
Definitely will. All right, so that was the interview with Anton. Thank you very much, and you're awesome. Thanks for your time. Go and check out Haste Heist on Facebook. They've also got their website up, and give them some feedback. That'd be great. But for you and me, Red, let's go into video game news. First up in this week's news, Overwatch Bazillions.
You got to get your Mike Myers on here and go all Dr. Evil, because Overwatch has earned Blizzard more than $1 billion. And may I rub it in? Yeah, US dollars.
Jeez.
in less than a year.
Wow.
Who needs Call of Duty?
Is there primo currency in that game?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Because I was going to say, it couldn't be just from sales alone.
Yes. No, you can unlock crates.
Oh, that's right. Yes, you're right.
The figure has included revenue from sales of the game, as well as cash from microtransactions for the loot boxes. Fuck, you're on it.
Yeah.
The game has more than 30 million registered players. That's up against Paladins, 4 the other night. And continues to be Blizzard's fastest growing new franchise. Overwatch is the 8th Activision Blizzard game to cross the $1 billion milestone, putting it with the likes of the Call of Duty and Guitar Hero and World of Warcraft. That is big company.
That is big.
So Blizzard has 41 million monthly active users across all games. So that's all their games, not just Overwatch. So we are talking they could cure world hunger. They could fund disease research. They could probably cure AIDS. Fuck, we want Overwatch 2, man.
Yeah, but they won't. They'll just develop another game.
They'll buy a country where they can have BlizzCon. But in separate news, there's rumours of a Blizzard fucking theme park.
Yeah.
Shut up and take my money. How cool would a Skyrim
and it's gonna be on the moon.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck yeah, and you get to play Overwatch on the 8-hour trip to the moon on the rock. Yeah, fucking how sick a weekend would that be? Yeah, so Overwatch has earned $1 billion in just under a year. So that's massive.
Wow, big money.
Yeah.
Big money.
Big coin. Yeah. They own the world. Activision Blizzard. As we said, you got Call of Duty, you got Warcraft and Diablo, and all these tried and tested. It's fucking stupid. Them and Disney could influence small governments, I reckon.
Own the world. 40. How many? Did we say how many copies they've sold?
They got 30 million registered players, so probably 30 million and 42 people returned it. So
yeah, but yeah, if it's 30 million, that'd be like every person in Australia, and then with a few of them buying it twice for whatever reason. That's amazing.
Whatever you buying it on PC and PlayStation.
Yeah, there's stuff like that. So there you go. Wow, okay, that justifies me wanting to get it, I guess.
Yeah. All right.
Next up in the news, PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds is coming to console.
So have you seen much of this or seen what Referee is doing with this? You've been streaming it?
I haven't watched any of it, no.
So it's a PC early access game at the moment. It's on Steam for $30.
US?
American, obviously.
Yep.
But it's a battle royale, so it drops 100 people into a fucking bush, into a desert, into a map, and survival of the fittest. The goal is to be the last one living.
And look, I said, I've played other battle royale games, which like H1Z1 and all that sort of stuff, and I haven't been overly impressed with it. But what Ripper was telling me last night is that this game, and Griffin was telling me, that guy I was playing the Alien Swarm game with, said to me, look, the difference is with PlayerUnknown is that you're not going to be looting for like 6 hours, meet someone and die.
You're dropped in with shit, yeah.
You might spend 10 minutes looting and you'll have everything you need, and then you play. So it's a little bit more action oriented rather than just a boring exploration, struggling to find shit. When you finally find something, like, oh my god, I got a gun! Bang, you're dead.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more forgiving and a little bit more enjoyable.
And the fact that it's on Unreal Engine 4 makes it easy to port to consoles. So we're looking... they've already got a team working on porting it to the Xbox.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no time frame as of yet, but if it can make the transition to Xbox pretty easily, you would see it come to PlayStation quite quickly, I would assume. I don't know if the correlation between Windows, like operating system and the Xbox, whether it makes it easy to bring it across or anything like that, or if there's any framework in place already used that you could use to launch, say, a PC style title. I'm not sure, but yeah, I'd definitely. It'd have to remain free to play, I would assume.
It's not free to play.
Or not? No, sorry, it's not. No, that was the one we're talking about. Paladins. No, it's $30. You see, I don't know how keen I would be, because we'd get charged stung $70 at least on console here in Australia. I'm not sure how keen I would be to spend $70 on a battle royale.
Yeah, me neither.
But great concept. 100-player multiplayer games, you don't get them on the console, so that'd be relatively groundbreaking. Unless it's an MMO, which then it's not a fucking free-for-all, then is it? So, yeah, I welcome it. Look, the more decent games that we can get coming across from console to from PC to console, that'll start bridging the gap and generating a higher population within the console community. So I'm all for it.
Yeah, sounds good. All right, next one. God of War actor hints at release window.
Kratos has told us. Kratos has spoken. So, are you familiar with the name Christopher Judge?
Is he the voice of Kratos?
Yes.
Yep.
Do you know who he is?
The voice of Kratos.
He's Teal'c from Stargate.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the dude with the gold stamp on his forehead. Yeah, it's
I
Teal'c.
didn't know that. Okay, there you go. Nice.
Yeah, so the voice of Kratos.
yeah.
Actor Chris Judge, who's playing the Vengeful God, recently changed the game's date on his Twitter bio from 2017 to 2018.
Oh, no.
I know, right?
Delayed. Oh, well.
Oh.
Delay it. Make sure it works, because it's all new.
Oh, how good is it going to be?
It does look fantastic.
Yeah, so admittedly there was no release date, but last year at E3 there was that meant hint and innuendo that it'd be this year. So,
well, I guess who make it? Who make that game? I've got a brain fart. I don't know.
So do I.
But they're taking their own advice from their original release trailer. They don't want to be sorry. They want to be better.
Yeah, well.
So they don't want to release a game and apologise for it being fucked. They're going to just wait it out, make sure it's good.
Oh, Ready at Dawn in Santa Monica.
There you go. Very good.
Published by Sony.
All right, so it's delayed to 2018. So that's next year's game.
But we got, as you said, there's plenty on the dinner plate at the moment. We're going to have a little lull now, I think, between major releases, but that gives us plenty of time to play some games. Yeah,
get some platinums,
save some money.
Play the games.
Get some platinums. Absolutely. So, there's no confirmed date, but everyone can now rest a little bit easier that they can save some money between now and next year and get the God of War Statue Edition. So, get amongst it.
We'll probably see more about it next month in E3.
At E3, we'll probably get to see a little bit more footage, which will be sick.
That's it. All right, that's it for news, isn't it?
It is.
Guess what it's time for?
Oh,
can't remember.
User-created content, I think you said.
What?
User-created content?
Oh, no. That's what I said. Do you remember? You remember which segment we're up
to? I see what you did there.
Yeah. Remember when?
Yeah, your turn.
Oh,
wow me.
Okay. Right, so remember when this week is Red. Remember when movies had video games that were good?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I was about to say no.
It is easy to say no, because the general consensus is that video games based on movies are generally really, really shit. But there've been some really good ones over the time too. Some of them you maybe didn't even know that they were video game movies, but or whatever video games. Other way around. Video games from movies. Because both they were usually shit too when they were movies based on video games. But the video games that were made simply because there was a release of a movie, some of them were good. Now I've got a list here that I'm going to run through as well. Some of them, most of these are good ones that I've picked out. Some of these were actually really, really bad. The biggest one and the one that I've got at the top of my list, can you guess what it is? The biggest, best game made on based on a movie.
Lord of the Rings, Two Towers.
Are you kidding?
No.
Well, you seriously think
Is
that's the best?
Yeah.
Was that...
Yeah. That's
Oh.
fucking sick.
Oh, I never played it. That's not even on my list,
Oh,
man.
wow. All the Lord of the Rings games are fucking epic.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh,
Didn't know.
PlayStation 2. All right, start again.
Okay.
Let me think.
Yeah.
A game based on a movie.
Yeah.
Warriors?
Warriors, no, not Warriors. Think
That was
about
a
me.
Rockstar week.
Think about me. You should be able to pick it. And this isn't just my opinion. I think very much most of the world would think this is one of the best movie to game transformations.
Trying to think Star Wars.
Mm,
But there was no direct movie game from the movie.
no.
You're going to say it, and I'm going to go, oh, yeah, of course.
All right, I'll tell you. We'll ease the tension here. So it is actually GoldenEye 007 on the Nintendo 64.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so James Bond movie, that one, GoldenEye, came out in 1997, and so did...
The only good
the game.
James Bond movie. Game, sorry.
But yeah, pretty much the only one that came out that was really good. It got a 9.8 out of 10 for GameSpot. I love that game. It was absolutely amazing, and that is one of the only games that I can think of on the spot anyway that gave you DLC just for playing the game. Kind of wasn't DLC because it was on the cartridge to start with, but there was extra maps that you could play in multiplayer if you finished the game.
If you finish the game, yeah.
Which is really cool. But yeah, GoldenEye, that was a really, really good movie game adaptation because everything you did in the game correlated with what happened in the movie, but it was an awesome first-person shooter.
In order.
Yeah, it was in order, yeah. It was like scene for scene and all recreated. Same characters, everything like that. They had character lookalikes, which was pretty hard to do back in those days, but they still kind of looked like their counterparts, which was really cool.
Do you want to know something a game that came out at the same time? Sorry to interrupt.
You're right.
We were talking ages ago about chipped PlayStations and burnt games.
Yeah.
The very first burnt game I ever got on PlayStation 1 was a movie adaptation. It was Mission Impossible.
Oh, okay. Was that any good?
That was a sick game.
Did I play that?
You could actually change his face and everything. Like, as you said, you could tell who they were. The graphics weren't fucking absolutely spot on. But you know how he does the face change and the voice change in the movie and everything?
Yeah.
You're doing that in the game. That was sick.
Nice. Yeah, I don't think I played that. Another one I got here, Spider-Man 2.
Brilliant.
Yeah, the movie and the game released in 2004, and it got 8.8 out of 10 from IGN. So that was a pretty cool game because you get the web slinging, and it was kind of like GTA Spider-Man.
It was. It was a little bit more expanded on the movie as opposed to like your James Bond and the Mission Impossible and even the Warriors that we talked about. That follows the chronological order of the movie, where Spider-Man 2 added a few extra bosses as you'd need in a superhero game, but yeah, added a bit more.
Yeah. So, and there was also Chronicles of Riddick in 2004.
Great game.
I didn't play it, but it got a 90% from Metacritic.
Yeah, it's got Vin Diesel in it.
Yeah, so that must have been good. What about this one? I wasn't really sure about this one when I was doing research. Now, I haven't played all these games, obviously, but Peter Jackson's King Kong
Was decent.
The movie and the game released in 2005, around at the same time, and IGN gave it an 8 out of 10, but GameSpot gave it a 2.8.
Are you sure they didn't give the movie a 2.8 and the game an 8? Because the game was better than the movie.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in my opinion.
I thought it was just because IGN probably got paid. I don't know.
I liked it.
Okay, there you go. RoboCop? Movie released in 87, and the game released the year after, in 88. Yeah. That got a 2.2 out of 10 from GameSpot. GameSpot are harsh, but I don't know. I thought it was okay back in the day there.
Did you ever play Terminator versus RoboCop around the same time?
No.
Oh, wow. DOSBox. Oh, yeah. Search that one up on your website.
There you go, DOSGamesArchive.com.
Yeah, there. Check that out. Robocop versus Terminator.
Okay, what type of game is it?
Platformer shooter.
Okay.
Like Contra, but you're Robocop.
Yeah.
and you fight the Terminator. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool. The Matrix?
Apparently was a fucking sick game. I never played it.
I did. I played it, and it wasn't exactly the Matrix movie. The movie was obviously the Matrix, and it was released in '99. The game was released in 2003. It was called Enter the Matrix. And
yeah, because that had aspects of number 2 as well and everything like that, didn't it?
You played as the characters that were from the movie, but you weren't Neo or anything like that. You played as 2 other characters. One was Will Smith's Mrs. Jada Pinkett Smith. I can't remember the character's name. And another Asian bloke.
Lahora. No, that's Star Trek. Sorry.
Yeah, no.
Still Jada Pinkett Smith.
And it was really cool. That was actually a really decent game, and it had that like bullet time thing that you could do as well.
Yeah,
Go into slow mode.
And the martial arts was pretty deep as well.
That's right. Yeah, the fighting was really cool for its time. So that was cool. Got 7.2 out of 10 from IGN. So that wasn't too bad. What about Rambo?
Oh, terrible.
Movie released in '82. Game released in 2014.
Oh, terrible on rails shooter.
I'll tell you what, IGN were generous here. 3 out of 10.
Wasn't that your game of the year?
Oh my god, that game was shit canned before it came out because Rambo looked like fucking potato. But that was probably near the worst, but still better than Wanda.
Just.
Rambo.
Put Snoogans onto it. He's doing his thing.
I was just about to say, Pat, you're listening. I know you are. That's one that you got to add to your list. Rambo. Go and play that.
Piece of shit.
Yeah, it was terrible. I rented it from Get Gaming back in the day, I think. Sent it back pretty quick. Here's one that I didn't even know was a bloody game. Reservoir Dogs.
No, I didn't until very recently. Apparently it's shit hot too.
Well, I watched some gameplay of it because I've not played it. If you don't know, Reservoir Dogs is a Tarantino movie. Awesome primo movie. I loved it. I love most of Tarantino's movie, but Reservoir Dogs was really good. You know, Mr. Pink, Mr. Blue, blah blah blah.
Top down, eh?
Top down, no.
Reservoir Dogs.
No, third person. Third person behind your character sort of game. Shooter had a couple of quirky mechanics where you could grab hostages, and instead of just shooting the police coming at you, you could like rough up your hostage. So you'd be like, go away or I'm going to hurt him. So you might smash his head onto a pole, and the cops are like, all right, don't hurt him, and they'll put their guns down and walk away. And stuff like that. So cool, neat things for its time. This is back in 2006. The game was released. The movie was in 1992, so a little bit delayed. But it got shit canned. 3 out of 10 from IGA. IGA. From the grocery store.
That's where you go get Reservoir Dogs now, though.
Yeah, from the grocery store. I'll have Reservoir Dogs, loaf of bread, some lettuce and cheese. Thanks.
And Winnie Blues.
But look, I haven't played it, but the review I watched and the gameplay I saw, it actually looked pretty good.
Yeah.
Pretty old, going back to PS2 and all that sort of stuff. But
that's where it was at. That was the era, like Scarface.
Yeah, that's right. That's another one that was quite good too. But I thought it looked good. I don't know. Maybe if you've played it, let us know. Last one I've got on the list here: X-Men Origins Wolverine.
That wasn't a bad game for a more recent one.
That was good, man. Released in 2009, movie and game. 7 out of 10 from GameSpot. I loved that. I played that on the 360. I rented it from my local video shop, and I loved it. I thought it was fantastic. How good was that when Wolverine got shot or hit, his skin disappeared and you could see skeleton and muscle?
Yeah.
And you had to regen and everything would come back. It was really good. And for that time as well, those kind of graphics and in-game sort of quirks was really good. That's that's up there with one of my favourite movie game tie-ins that actually worked with the video game.
Yeah, wicked. I got a couple of terrible ones for you.
Yeah, what do you got?
Punisher.
Mm.
The Hulk. Seeing a trend here. Hulk comic book.
Yeah.
Iron Man 2. It's terrible. Fucking terrible.
Yes,
game.
the Iron Man game was bad.
What else was there that was really bad? Like your Thors, your Captain Americas, they were all bad. All your Marvel games are fucking woeful of their adaptations. But then you can go back the other way. Movies made from video games that don't do the video games justice. Street Fighter and Mario.
I liked both of those movies, but I was a kid.
I do too. Look, don't get me wrong, but they're bad movies.
They are bad movies. They look... Well, Street Fighter more than Mario was bad.
Street Fighter's on Netflix at the moment, too, FYI, for everyone listening.
It was bad because the acting was terrible, but I was a kid when I watched it, so I loved it, because I liked Street Fighter.
It was badass, wasn't it?
Yeah. But the main thing was Kylie Minogue's ass as Cammy.
See?
She's hot.
As Cam. And Van Damme. JC Van Damme!
But I like them for what they are, and the Super Mario Brothers movies got a sweet spot in my heart, because like I said again, I was a kid, I loved it. It was a little bit annoying, the things that they changed. Some of it wasn't quite true to what actually happens and how the Mario world is, but I guess they kind of had to change it a bit for the sake of them being real life characters. But they had Yoshi in there. Yoshi was cool, as like a little dinosaur guy. Mario
Koopa.
never rode him though. The Koopas were there, but they were like these big oaf things.
Yeah, like
lizard
from
heads.
Sixth Sense.
Sixth Sense.
No, not Sixth Sense, fucking Fifth Element.
Yes, yeah.
Fifth Element style aliens, yeah.
Yeah, they were a bit bizarre. But I like how he had the bob-omb.
The bob-omb, knock, 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 and walking along. Yeah, sick.
That was cool. And it was King Koopa, wasn't it? Was it King Koopa? The boss, the bad guy, which was Dennis...
Quaid?
No. Dennis something. I think he's passed now. Rest his soul. Well, I'll look up his name. Mario Brothers.
Hopper.
Dennis Hopper. That's it. Yeah. Has he passed? I think I've got that right.
Well, you might know. He's in first place.
Pardon?
He's in first place. He passed us and went to first place. He's
right.
dead.
Yes, he died. Yes, he died in 2010.
I was about to say, we went to Mario Kart really quickly.
So rest in peace, Dennis Hopper. I think he did a good job as the baddie there. But and we also had the main character, which was
he's dead too.
Yeah, he died too, didn't he? Bob Hoskins.
Yeah. Bob
Hoskins. He died
last year.
No, 2014. 2014 he passed. John Leguizamo is still alive and well.
And acting.
Luigi. Actually, well, yeah, he's Sid the Sloth, isn't he, in the Ice Age movies?
I don't know. I watch big kid movies, mate.
No, you don't.
It was in something recently. Real recently.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah. Well, there you go. That's life, sort of paying back for the old adage that Player 2 and Luigi was shit. He's outlived Mario.
He's outlived Mario. Fuck. We could remember when. The only other one I can think from the Nintendo 64, which was absolutely massive, was Pod Racer, because that is based on Star Wars Episode 1.
It was, that's right. Yeah, that wasn't a bad game, but that was just a racing game, wasn't it?
Yeah, massive game though, yeah.
Yeah, so there you go. Can you think of any others that were good or particularly bad?
I can think of heaps of them, but fuck, and I feel sorry for people that haven't played War of the North or Lord of the Rings 2, Lord of the Rings 3. I'd finished those multiple times with every character over and over again. They were such good games.
I think I might even have them on Steam. What is it? Lord of the Rings, War in the North. I've got that on the PC.
Oh, I finished that with every character. You can use bow and arrows.
Ooh, okay. Is it first person?
No, third person.
I kind of would have preferred.
It's RPG. It's like Diablo.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, it's an RPG game.
All right, I'll install it.
Done.
11 minutes. 11 minutes, apparently. How big is that? That's 11 minutes to download 4.2 gig. There we go. Here we go. All right, we can download that. All right, we'll pass this on. Remember when movies had video games that were good? We're passing this on to you, the listeners. If you remember when, go into the pin post for this week and tell us what you thought was the best video game from a movie of all time, or even some of the really bad ones. If you got ideas, post them on the pin post, and we'll have a chat about it. We'll get back to you. I'll play along. That'd be cool. All right. Well, that's it for Remember When. Thanks, Red.
No worries.
We'll move on to the next segment now, which is user-created content.
Yeah.
Alrighty, so to the part of the show where we pass the rules and the content, the reins, whatever, over to you, the listeners and the people on the Facebook page. We've got one here from Nick Edwards, and he says, this sort of ties into what I was talking about in Game Talk, or whatever we call it, video game discussion. Is it just me, or do 90% of Bethesda games feel and play almost the same?
First and foremost, who the fuck's Nick Edwards?
Nick
Who calls their
Edwards.
kid that?
I don't know. He's just a new guy. Just liked the page, I think.
Why do all Bethesda games play the same? Because you only get to the part that says press any button to start.
No, it's not why do they all the same, but he's just saying, is it just him? Or do they all feel and play the same? No, it's not just you, Nick. I think that too. They are very similar. Like you said, Red, with...
it's just you two then.
Yeah, just us. But Dishonored,
I'm a fanboy. My hand's in the air. Fanboy.
Dishonored and Prey and all their games, yeah, look, they are very similar. But it's a winning formula. The games are good. But yeah, if you're looking for something with brand new mechanics and all that sort of stuff and add additions to gameplay to the other Bethesda games, they're all going to be very similar.
Very, very first person strong.
Yeah, and every time when you pick something up, they just float in front of you.
Yeah, well, actually Skyrim.
Yeah.
First person Skyrim, Dishonored, Prey, Fallout series. But then that's why they probably give you the option to go in third person as well, because they're quite strong in third persons. Like you got the Evil Within, Fallout, Skyrim. They all do third person style as well. So yeah, they may kind of feel the same. But you got to think there's a long lineage. Like people are screaming out for the next chapter of Skyrim, but that dates back to the fucking conception of video games with your Morrowinds and everything like that. So then it's not going to change. Yeah. But then you've got Elder Scrolls Online, which is a different genre, and they've taken it. That's purely third. No, it's not purely third person because you can go first person there as well. But yeah, they've not only marketed this genre, but they've also pioneered it and ploughed the way for everything else. So I can almost see where you're coming from, but yeah, who calls their kid Nick Edwards anyway? So.
Look, I agree. Yes, they are very similar, but I really don't think that should change, though.
Nah, the worlds are so different.
Yeah.
Nah.
You know what you're getting from a Bethesda game.
Yes, exactly. Quality.
Yeah, and they're going to be good. Like Prey, it's going to be good, I think. I've got confidence that it's going to be a decent game, but it is very similar gameplay-wise to most or some of their other games. It's not a bad thing. Not a bad thing at all. Now, Robert Bobcat White has asked us a question. What happened to Thorncliffe?
He completed his first tutorial, got to a second level and got addicted to games.
And then he couldn't be torn away from him. All that time when he was with Aussie Games Express, he never actually played more than the tutorial levels. So he didn't really know what games were like. He loved them. Don't get me wrong, he loved them. But he finished a tutorial, got to level 2 and went, whoa! He said, sorry guys, I've got to go. I can't do anything anymore because I need to play these games.
Yeah.
So that's where he is. No, obviously that's not true. The truth is that Thorncliffe, Sean, and I had a falling out. We had some issues, some personal issues between us, and actually,
creative differences.
Creative differences is the political way to say it. But we had issues, and we parted ways. That's as simple as it is, really. I'm obviously not going to go into detail as to what they were because that's private, but that's it. That's all it was to it. I mean, I know it wasn't an announced thing. We didn't really go out there and say, "Hey, this is happening," but there were obviously things that we needed to tread around, things that we could make public, things that we couldn't, and it was just the way it went, and time went by. But good question. If you wanted to know that this is what we're asking for in user created content, ask us anything. Now, obviously, we're happy for you to ask everything. We're not going to tell everything, but push it to the limits and see how far we'll go.
If we don't want to broadcast it live or broadcast like this, and we think it deserves an answer, there's always a message we can send through anyway.
Well, that's another thing. Like if you say, Lucas, I want to know how long is your schlong, and I'll say,
you fuck off! You'd send a message. You say it on air.
Oh, I probably would. I probably would, but I'm not going to answer that now unless somebody asks.
So good.
Hey, Red. No, you can't.
Have we got another subject?
Red, you're Skyping out massively. What's going on?
I don't know. I'm on free.
Whoa, quality's dropping. You there?
Yeah, next week it'll be like, why isn't Red on the podcast anymore?
Because of Telstra. Are you there? Oh,
yeah,
dude.
let's try and connect the call again.
Okay, all right. Hang on. All right, Red's gone. Let's talk about him. All right. So, Red is about to tell us how small his schlong is. I've heard that it's the size of a baby's arm holding an apple. All right, let's get him back. See what he says. He's coming. Are you there?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, that's better. I may have talked about you just then. Oh, it's playing up again.
Oh, wow. It can't be. Stop downloading stuff.
What, do you reckon it's me? My download's finished. I can't believe it. I just finished downloading War of the North or whatever it's called, so it's not me. Are we there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah, that's better. That's
quality's
good.
Low.
Yeah, that's all right. You're sounding all right now. It's coming good. What will we do? I think that's it. That was the only thing we had for user-created content, was it?
That I recall seeing. Yes, I admittedly didn't check it again this morning.
Yeah, no, neither have I. I'll have a quick squiz. My Facebook's not loading.
I know, as long as I'm clear.
Oh, you're clear now.
You're not clear for me, but that doesn't matter.
Well, no, look, we're nearly finished anyway. But yeah, I think it might be me. I've got issues because my Facebook isn't loading on my computer. I don't know, but anyway, all right. Well, let's move on.
Hey, fuck you, Red. It makes me laugh. Oh man, I shut my window down.
What happened?
I shut my window down, so now it's taken 18 minutes to reload for my fucking shout.
Oh,
we're having internet issues left, right, and centre. It must be time for a fucking holiday.
Yeah, I reckon. It's probably not a bad thing to happen.
Shit, I'll just do it straight from my phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing. All right, Red Chat.
Yay! Okay, so yesterday you had a little bit of a la-la about your headset.
Oh, yeah, I had issues with that, yeah.
Care to elaborate just a little bit while I'm loading my pages up?
Yeah, sure will. Yeah, so what happened is the night before, I was trying to turn my headset on, but I was getting nothing through it. I was like, this is weird. Like, what's wrong with this thing? And I just couldn't get. And my headset is a Turtle Beach Elite 800. This is like a $450 headset. So I'm like, oh, okay, it's I can't get it to work. I've changed all the settings. I've gone through the troubleshooting. No good. So I thought, oh well, look, if I'm going to buy another headset, I'm probably going to go back to the one I had previous to this one, which was the PlayStation, the genuine Sony PlayStation wireless headset for the PS4, because it was really good quality. You can get them for $100 depending on where you get it for. Most you'll pay is $130. So I put up a post and got a few people's opinions on there, and some people suggesting the A50s. That's another $450 or whatever it is. So I wasn't.
Yeah, that's Rob White, that bloody Nick Edwards kid again.
Yeah, I wasn't real keen on spending another $450. I figured that was a once-in-a-lifetime splurge, so I wasn't going to buy that again. So I was going to go for these $100 ones. The only thing is, I never ended up doing it. I didn't go and buy one. I fixed my Elites. So what had happened...
Wicked.
Yeah, what had happened, it had unsynced. Desynced? Desynced, I think is the word. Desynchronized from the base station, which has never happened before. I didn't even have to sync it when I bought the thing, so I didn't really know about that. So I looked over the troubleshooting again, and it said, okay, I'm not getting any sound, I'm not getting blah, blah, blah. And it said, check that it's synced. I'm like, oh, okay, I better do that. It was something I missed in troubleshooting the night before. And I tried it, it didn't work. Tried it again, wouldn't sync up. Tried it again, and it finally came good and worked. So I don't know why it desynced, but it did, and I got it working. So I thought, oh well, it's working now. So that's I've just saved myself $100.
Oh, good shit.
So there you go.
Well, how long? I used mine for 3 years.
Yeah, those Sony ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're good headphones. Yeah, they will break. Oh, look, they are sort of. You've got to be gentle with them. Like I raged a few times, which probably did a bit of damage to them, but the hinges never broke.
Mm. Well, we had who was in favour on that post. We had Josh Woods, because he liked the fact that they could go to their PC, to his PC, just plugging in wireless. That's what I'd done as well for the first 100 episodes of the podcast.
Yes, I was going to say, you used them for the podcast, and the microphone was quite good.
Yeah, Chrissy Mudd says, love mine, just don't drop them. I can concur, because the hinges and the screws on the sides aren't as versatile as your more expensive ones. Old Big Dick Richard Champiddington, I'm still rocking the Call of Duty 3 Turtle Beach headset from way back when. Definitely worth its money. Look, I had three sets of the Turtle Beach Sierras from Black Ops 2.
Yeah.
And they had a base station and fucking massive volume, and they were wide, and just even had the older fibre optic in the back. You know, bee's knees, $300 headset, picked them up for $100 because the Black Ops 2 was out for ages, and ended up returning them and getting another 2 headsets because they just kept fucking breaking. I don't know what it is. Like, sometimes, like, I'm not the biggest fan of Turtle Beaches because I had so many issues back in the day. You've had some issues, but you seem to have worked yours out. But then you've got Richard saying they're fucking absolutely brilliant. I think it's much of a muchness. It's just, you can't but judge a whole line of a whole consumer product on the opinions of what happens to a small population, I guess.
Yeah, that's right. Because, look, we've had really good experiences with the PlayStation headset. But then there are people out there, like I've watched some reviews on it saying that the microphone's shit. I think the microphone on that $100 PlayStation one is better than my $450 Elite 800. The microphone on the Elite 800 I would actually class as terrible. To the point where when I'm streaming, I won't use them anymore because it sounds like I'm. It sounds bad, so I will switch to a set of Rocket earbuds that I would use for my mobile phone. I switch to that on my PS4 when I'm streaming because the microphone on that, and it's a stupid little inline mic, is 1,000 times better quality than a $450 headset. So the Elite 800s, if you want a good microphone, don't get them.
Luke Mangler's brought up the point about the Platinum version not worth the money, but there's like a 3D sound that might be used in accordance with PSVR. I'm not sure if you know anything about that personally.
Yeah, well, I mean, the PlayStation VR will do that with earbuds. So because all of the 3D sound is created using the VR itself, like the VR system does all the work. So it's no big deal. You can just use earbuds for that. But the headset itself, if you're playing like games that support it, which the only one I know of is Uncharted 4 that supports the 3D sound. I've not heard it. I've not used the set of them. We never got any for review or anything like that. But what sucks is that in America, they're $70 US more expensive than the standard, the original PS4 ones.
Whoa!
What's that?
That's huge.
What, being $70 more?
Yeah, that's a big markup.
No, it's not. Not when you hear how much. Well, do you know what the difference is in Australia?
Oh no! What? They're $300, are they?
They're $270. I think they are here.
Yeah, it's fucking $180 more.
Yeah. Anyway,
wow.
I'll just check what they are, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. So PlayStation headset. I had a look at them yesterday. They're $260. They are those platinum headphones.
Oh.
And with the research that I did, they are better than the PlayStation wireless headsets, but not $160 better.
Yeah, not 200% better. Yeah, no, fuck that.
No, definitely not. If I actually really want to buy a pair of these PlayStation ones to get a new set now. Just to have them, because they're really good. They're really handy. You can use it on the computer. You can use it on the PlayStation if you like. They've got a decent microphone. They've got really good sound. I think they're great.
Well, everyone loves them. Dan O'Brien, Andrew Mackaba-Kendrick, Andy Quaid, Uld. I'm not sure how to spell good. Someone's waiting for a set from Colombia. Isberg Bull Terriers. Yeah, I'd really like to take off the... Hey, nah.
Oh, some Aussie chick got done bringing drugs over in headphones.
Oh, okay. I was about to say, yeah, you'd want to take the ear cup off and check first, wouldn't you? I didn't know. Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's just in the news this week. Yeah, some birds got done, and I think she's gotten off saying that she had nothing to do with it. Someone set her up or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah, it's not my body board.
Yeah, that's right. But yeah, I would have to say that if you want a quality set of headphones that are wireless and cheap, you can get $100 from, I think, Target. They're $130 everywhere else, but you can get them from $100 at Target. Those PlayStation ones are brilliant, and you can also plug in like wired the 3.5mm headphone jack, double-ended, into anything and use it as well. So into your mobile phone, into your tablet, into your Xbox controller. You can use it on anything.
Yep.
And then that's wireless for your PS4. I think they're up there. They're very high quality. I think the quality matches things double their price.
Yes. Fair call.
And they're comfortable.
And you plug it straight into your PS3, and the PS3 registers it. You don't know. Remember when you plugged a headset into the PS3, you had to go through your settings and everything and install it and fucking modify your settings so it replicated the headphones you were wearing, and you had to pick inputs and outputs. Nah, it just works straight away. Plug it in. It works like it does on the PS4.
Yeah. And it's got all the like you can get the companion app for all the different settings. Select the game you're playing.
Not that they're fucking that grouse. But
no,
yes,
not really. But you can. I probably wouldn't use it if I bought them today. I wouldn't be using the companion app, but it's got it.
It's got it. Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
That's it.
There you go. So let's go into last words.
I'm not doing it. What's that sound?
Oh, we skipped. Where is what's that sound?
I don't know. Well, the last person I argued with you apparently got fired because of finishing a level on Sonic. I don't know.
That was supposed to be before Red Shout.
Well, blame Skype. Skype's fault, you know.
Yeah, it threw me off.
That's what my daughter does. It's never her fault. It's always someone. Why haven't you cleaned your room? But Xavier's room was dirty 3 years ago.
Well, what I've got to say is, whoops. Superman's got his undies in the wash again, Red.
Yeah. You fucking got to wash them once a week, backwards, forwards, inside out.
All right, let's do What's That Sound?
You're doing that thing in time again.
Nah, let's do it all.
Fuck it.
Yeah, no, fuck it. I'm in holiday mode already, man. Whatever.
Yeah, good.
Well, you know why I was trying to skip What's That Sound?
Because it was Crash Bandicoot.
It was, and you got it right.
Fuck yeah.
Just trying to sneak through. No, that's not the case. All right, last week's What's That Sound was this one.
I will not let anything stand in the way of evil, especially not a brainless orange marsupial.
There you go. That brainless orange marsupial was Crash Bandicoot. Red, you got it right. A couple of people from the page got it right too. So well done to Martin Creamers and Zachary
Cortez? Martin, no?
Zachary. Yeah, well done. You guys got free games.
Yeah.
I had to do that from memory because I haven't got that written down, but I remember those are the two, I believe. If I've got it wrong, please crucify me in the pin post. So we've got a. What did I say? I said it was Crash. No, you said Crash Bandicoot. I said Conker's Bad Fur Day. I had no idea. All right, so we got this one this week from Reprimir, and he says, "I believe in you guys." Let's see how we go.
I told yeah. Yeah.
I stopped it early just to get it in there. Boom! All right.
Yeah, because who was it? Dennis Hopper's just passed us.
Well, that's right, yes. I believe we've had this as What's That Sound probably a couple of years ago now, but we've had this one. Have a listen again. There you go. Did you know that one?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. All right, well, I'm going to give you a point for last week's one. Whoops, that's taking a point off. There we go. So it's 3-2. No. So we both got the same answer on this one, which is no beeping out. Let's put it in here, and we'll give it to you too. And if you listening at home think you know what this week's What's That Sound is, send us a message to the Facebook page. And if you're correct, you may find yourself on the receiving end of a free game. So there we go. You know what I want to make mention to later? Oh, we'll do that in last words. We finished with this. Let's go to last words.
You fucking fall into the trap that I do. Just go, oh, that would have been good for the end of the show.
Yeah, you know what it's all muddled up this week anyway, so why not? If I can get this to load, I want to bring up during the week I put up a whole shit ton of free games that I just wanted to give away.
Ah, yes.
I don't know if you saw that, but I'm having trouble with Facebook. It's not my internet.
Oh my!
It's just Facebook's not working.
Yeah, because Karina took 17 of the 14 you put up there.
So she'll rear her head when there's free things. There's nothing wrong with that. She's very polite and nice enough. She can have some free games. I don't mind that, but does like a freebie or a giveaway. Yeah, I can't get this to load. Facebook is down. Does that ever happen?
Yeah.
Wow, the world's going to melt down, man.
That's alright. There's still like Twitter bitch and stuff like that.
Yeah, but anyway, what I wanted to mention...
Do you know what I do? I go on Reddit now more often than Facebook.
Oh yeah, I'm on Reddit a lot, and Instagram a bit too. But what I wanted to mention about that is, most people were really cool, saying thank you, we really appreciate your efforts. Even some people said, I would give you the names, but I don't have it, and Facebook is dead. some people went on there and said, look, I'm not taking a game, but, good work. It's really cool that you're taking this initiative and giving away things off your own back because, these are games that I've paid for and I just give them away because I want to give it to the community, right? But there was one real sour prick on there that said, let me know when you're giving away PS4 games. These get and was like bagging out saying these games were shit. Like, these are crap. Like, when you're giving away something decent, let me know. I'll tell you now, if we're ever giving away anything decent, you're not getting shit, mate. That kind of attitude. What do you expect? I mean, I'm not going to blow him up on the Facebook page and say whatever, douchebag. Let it go, whatever. But the podcast, this is my open forum to say you're a douchebag, mate. We don't get given shit to give out like a lot. Sometimes we do, and when we're given these things, we love doing the giveaways. Like, we've given away a set of Elite 800s before, a $450 set of headphones. We've given away Rocket mice, which are premium mice as far as I'm concerned. We've given away good things over the time, but we don't have them all the time. So when we don't, we're giving away things out of my own back pocket. These are all
Fuck him. No. Try and get a code for Wanda.
Yeah, I'll give it to him. There's your PS4 game. Jam it. But, so that's the thing. Like, everything that beyond what we're given, and it's only been a handful of things that we're actually been given to give away, has all come out of my pocket. I don't know if people thinking that Aussie Gamers Express is a mini IGN. It's nothing like that. We're not funded by anything other than my day job, and that's it. So to come on there and say and put us down and say, let us know when you're giving away something decent. No, what I say, go fuck yourself. There's no need to be rude like that when you're giving something for nothing. You didn't pay to be part of the Aussie Gamers Express community. You stumbled upon it however you did, and you chose to be a part of it. If you're not happy with what we're giving away, well, just don't be a part of it. You don't have to be a jerk about it, a troll. But anyway, so be it. That's that person. I can't name him, but I won't name him anyway. But I can't get into it to see it exactly what was said. But if you're curious, when Facebook's working again, go and have a look and see what that kind of person is like.
Facebook's not working on Sunday. The world is going into meltdown mode.
Yeah. That's it. It's been broken all week. But anyway, Red, you got any last words?
Have a good holiday, man.
Oh, thank you. Because, as we said last week, I'm leaving on a jet plane.
And I'm playing Aussie rules.
Yes, very good. So we're going to have a few weeks off. I don't know, it might be 2, might be 3 weeks, depending on how long it takes us to get our shit back together. But I could probably say it'd probably be 3 weeks max.
Yeah, absolutely.
Won't be too long, but we'll keep you up to date. I'll be away from, I don't know, the 19th or the 21st or whatever it is when I'm flying out. But I'll be uncontactable for a little bit, and then I'll be back and be on Facebook again. But the podcast will be back after that. We'll keep you up to date. So thanks, Red. I will enjoy myself. What about you? What about yourself? What are you going to be doing in the meantime? AFL.
Playing Aussie rules, yeah.
Touching yourself.
Mass Effect Andromeda.
Oh yes.
Prey. I'll have some decent one-player experiences to come back to the show with. Maybe we could just dedicate a whole show when you come back to no, because you won't be playing games. We could just have a whole game talk, but no. Not unless you can fucking put together an hour's worth of fucking talking about apps that you played while you're away, just to get your fix.
No, I won't be playing apps. I'm going to be overseas, so my phone's going to be pretty much useless.
Yeah, can't afford that fucking roaming charges.
No, I'm not doing roaming. No way. That stuff's like $10 a meg.
A tower. You get charged every tower you ping. Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, I don't know. No good. That thing's going to be off pretty much while I'm over there, unless they've got some sort of Wi-Fi. But I need to detox. I'm gonna stay away from that stuff. I'm just going to be there with my family and have a good time. And alcohol.
That sounds like gross.
The part of the package is I can go to the bar and have alcohol without, like, it's included.
You can have it for lunch.
I can have it, yes.
It's a holiday.
What would you like for lunch today? Oh, Canadian Club and a lime. for something green on the side. Anyway, so I'm going to have a good time. That's it, Red? You got anything else? That's it?
Nah, man, fucking enjoy.
Going once, going twice. Thank you very much. And we'll see everybody when we return. Keep you up to date. Go and if you listen to the podcast, go and check out the Facebook page. We've got the backlog of the podcast. There's 170 other episodes. We've got Instagram, Twitter, YouTube. Go and check it all out in the meantime. Okay. Yeah. And until then, as always, I am Lucas.
And I'm Red.
And we will see ya.
Bye.
That's it. We are finished for another week. We are packing up our bat and ball and we're going home. If you're keen for more content before the next show, then head over to the Aussie Gamers Express Facebook page and give us a like. And check out our website at www.aussiegamersexpress.com. We are also on Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and every other social network that you can think of. Except that weird one that no one uses. You know the one. This podcast is also available on iTunes, Stitcher, and TuneIn Radio. See you all next time on the Aussie Gamers Express Video Game Podcast.